worked for English Electric Computers, who were taken over by International Computers. And then, and I was in the building department, and we built the factory, and at that time they decided to lose some staff, and I was one of the ones that were going to go. And my boss says, he said to me, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. He says, I have a friend who works for Michelin, and they're looking for people in Michelin, and I think you'd be ideal. I said, thank you very much. And I went up to Stoke-on-Trent, and the man says, Jeff Perrin, and said, I've got a job for you. He said, but it's in Ireland, so we're building a new factory over there. Would you go over there? And I wasn't married or anything like that. And I said, right, why not?
What age were you at the time?
And I would be 20, that was 1968, so I'd be 26. And I went across, and I knew nothing about Ireland at all. Thought it was like you saw in these Board Fulcher holiday films where it was all cows and thatched cottages and stuff.
So what was your experience then when you first, did you get off the plane, off the boat?
Got off the boat, took the car, got off the boat, and there was a motorway. Couldn't believe it, right, motorway. And a motorway, and I drove into Ballymena, which is where I first lived, and asked people where the new mixing factory was, and half of them didn't know. And then I found somebody who did know, and they told me where to go. And at that stage, it was 2 farms and a wooden hut. And now it's a factory employs like 2,000 people, working 365 days a year, making bus and lorry tyres. Yeah. And on that day, I played rugby league, and I took my rugby kit with me, and talked to a man at the site, and he says, oh, there's a rugby club across the road, Ballymena Rugby Club. He says, and I know a few people there, I could introduce you. So it's training night tonight, 7:30, so down we went, and I was introduced and trained with a few people, and quite enjoyed it. But there was a game on Saturday, but I wasn't picked because selection was Monday. So the following Monday, I was picked for the 4Bs, that was the 7s. By Friday, I was on the 3s with cry-offs and things like that. And that was our first game. We went to Bangor, played in Bangor, and I had quite a good game. And I just stayed there for a while. Then I moved on to seconds and played there for a while. And, on the Tuesday night, I had no friends. The odd person spoke to me. Thursday night, a couple remember from the previous night. After we played rugby, I had 13 friends, 14 friends, and it just went on like that. And until I was just in,